If you're a young professional thinking about relocating to Houston, these are our top neighborhoods to consider.
First one would be the Heights. This is the neighborhood that Cabby and I chose to live in and purchase our first home at. We absolutely love the Heights. There's so much to do around here, and it's just like really nice because also there's a hike and bike trail where in the evenings or in the morning time people are like walking their kids or dogs, and it's nice to see everybody out.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why people like the Heights so much, it's a pretty neighborhood. It's known for its tree-lined streets. There's pretty homes here. Specifically, it's known for craftsman-style bungalows. It's a great central location, close to downtown, easy access to freeways like I-10 and I-45. Also, the Heights has some top-rated elementary schools like Harvard. We also know that a lot of the parents are involved in the schools and try to make sure that the schools continue to develop and offer the best type of education for the kids.
Yeah, also there's a lot of shopping in the Heights area. There's Heights Mercantile, MKT, and then the shops on 19th. A lot of great options in Houston if you're looking for anything, antique furniture, just, random house knickknacks and clothing.
In addition to the shops, there's a lot of great restaurants here. I mean, Houston's known for its food scene in general, and a lot of the top restaurants are located here in the Heights.
Yeah, and then also one thing that we absolutely love is there's a lot of coffee options. So if you're a coffee lover, there are a ton of places for you to go to around here. One of our favorite spots are Tenfold.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we also love Roast and Brew. There's just like so many options here.
There's Boomtown.
Yeah, Boomtown, which has great breakfast, by the way. But anyways, there's just so many options for people that enjoy that type of stuff.
Oh, and if you're a dog person, I don't have any evidence to back this up, but I think the Heights, it has to be like the most dog-friendly neighborhood in town.
Yeah,
when you walk around, everybody got a dog. You go to all the different bars, the different restaurants, like dogs just chilling everywhere.
Yeah, there's a park actually down the street from our house. We walk our own dog there. And then in the evening, there's a ton of dogs off leash and they're just playing. So it's kind of nice to see that.
Yep. The next neighborhood we want to mention is Garden Oaks and Oak Forest. Technically, these are two different and distinct neighborhoods, but they're like right next to each other. And it's close to the Heights. It's just north of 610, whereas Heights is south of 610.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
We really like Garden Oaks and Oak Forest. I like it just because they're bigger houses, lot sizes, and more of a neighborhood feel. And also the school districts, or the schools are very good in Oak Forest and Garden Oaks as well.
Yeah, and there's also various parks scattered throughout the two neighborhoods.
Yeah, it's a great neighborhood for families or young professionals.
Next is Spring Branch. So Spring Branch is a pretty big market area, and we feel like you can find a range of housing there that can accommodate a wider range of budgets. Whereas the Heights, Garden Oaks, Oak Forest, they're kind of affluent areas, not as affluent as West U. But in Spring Branch, you can find homes that the first-time buyer can afford, and also there's some pockets that are, over 1.5, 2 million, that is more of like a forever home type of situation. But whatever your situation, you might be able to find it in Spring Branch.
Cabby and I used to live in Spring Branch before we moved to the Heights, and we absolutely loved it because it was so centralized. Also, there's tons of new development out there. There's new restaurants, coffee shops, bars as well. And then also the school zones are really good. I think you mentioned Spring Valley. So in Spring Valley, you're zoned to Spring Valley Elementary, which is a great elementary school.
The other thing about Spring Branch is that it's still a pretty convenient location. So even though it's not as central as places like the Heights or Midtown or Montrose, certain pockets are only 9 minutes away from the Heights. Like when we lived in Spring Branch, we're right off of Long Point and Jacqueline, and it took us like 7 minutes to get into the Heights. Even if you live a little bit further west in Spring Branch, a little bit closer to the Beltway, it's an easy shot into downtown when you take I-10. So again, it's a pretty convenient location and a little bit more affordable than some of the neighborhoods that are closer into the city.
Yeah, and the typical homes that you'll see are, they range from everything from 2, 3, 4-story townhomes to single family homes, 1 and 2 stories. So there's a lot of options for every type of buyer.
And then lastly, I think one of the great things about Spring Branch is the food there, and specifically the Korean and the Mexican food. Some of our favorite Korean barbecue spots like Bori are in Spring Branch, and there's a lot of great taco joints in Spring Branch. The next neighborhood that we want to talk about that might be great for a young professional is East Downtown, and we're including East End and Eastwood along with that.
Yeah, I really like this pocket in Eastwood. It kind of reminds me of the Heights because of the type of house that's out there. So there are a ton of bungalow type homes, 1 and 2 story, and like craftsman type homes, and the streets are really beautiful out there.
There are pockets that are really, really nice. So that's why we like East End and Eastwood. It's like, it's still kind of on the come up.
Yeah.
Whereas like the Heights, Montrose, they're like established. And a bungalow will probably cost you like at least $650 to $700 and up. Whereas in Eastwood, you can find a Craftsman bungalow maybe ready to go like $450-ish. And by the time you see this video, like the pricing might change, but the point is it's cheaper than those other neighborhoods. And you can still find like a fixer-upper if you wanted to take on that project that's not crazy.
And it's a central location too, so if you work in downtown or you need to be in that area, it's just a good neighborhood because it's a short commute.
Yeah, and there's a lot, I don't know, we might have mentioned this, but there's a lot of new development. For example, Bumpy Pickle is like a really popular pickleball joint that's out there. There's East River 9. It's like a 9-hole golf course and driving range.
It also has pickleball there too.
Also has pickleball. And they're also building East River HTX. So Midway, the corporation that developed City Center, they're building a similar type of development on the east side of town. So the point is, like, there's a lot of new development, so it's a opportunity to get into a neighborhood before it fully transitions into, like, you know, one of the top dogs.
The next neighborhood that we want to talk about is West University and Southside Place. You might have heard of us talk about this neighborhood before in some of our other videos, but it's just because we like this neighborhood so much. The houses in this neighborhood are extremely beautiful. I mean, it's a well-known neighborhood, and it's, you know, a really nice neighborhood feel if you're in that area.
Yeah, there's a strong sense of community. It almost feels like the suburbs because of that community family feel, but you know, you're still close to the city. There's a lot to do there.
Yeah, so also Rice University is close by, and if you went to Rice University, I feel like a lot of alumni purchase in Westview just to be in that area to support the university still. And also Rice University also in that area is such a great place if you want to like go jogging or bike riding or take your kids around. So I feel like that neighborhood is extremely popular.
Another great thing about Westview is its proximity to Rice Village. It's a great shopping center. I mean, the Rice Village has been there forever, for as long as I can remember. But recently they've been revamping and redeveloping it, remodeling everything and bringing some cool new businesses. We were there just yesterday for Mother's Day, and it's actually a really nice place to like walk around, pop in, grab a bite to eat, maybe grab some wine at 60 Vines. So yeah, the Rice Village is a great place to hang out. So those are our top picks for neighborhoods if you're a young professional thinking about relocating to Houston.
If you live in any of the areas that we mentioned or have questions about any of the neighborhoods, please feel free to comment below. And if you like this video, remember to like and subscribe.